going to turn this fan off. It's always an afterthought. Alright, so today we're going to do a couple of updates. We're going to go outside and look at a few of the ponds as they are now. Keep in mind that it's still really spring here, so our night temps are in roughly the upper 60s, maybe some 70s in there as well. So we're kind of still warming up, so there's not a lot out there right now. I'm going to move some stuff outside. But yeah, anyways, we'll cover that in the video. We're also going to do a few updates on a few of the tanks that have kind of moved around. And I think I also want to get an update on the Guppy Super Red for Profit tank as well. So if you're interested in that stuff, stay tuned. Alright, so since it's spring and all, and I've got a few of my plants coming in, these are kind of actually like wintergreens. I don't know how long these are going to last before I have to actually harvest them. But I have some more plants I have some more plants over there growing out as well as a new peach tree. But anyways, yeah. Because it is spring and I think I have enough light to actually see in here finally, we're going to take a look at a few of these ponds. Now most of these I'm actually going to be taking down from right here and moving. At least those two are coming down. And that one is staying, but it's moving down further. So that is actually going to be a reservoir where I change, and you can kind of see where all of my change water comes from. So it drains out from the fish room under the house and ends up in here. And with that, I'm going to be setting up an automatic watering system for the plants so that they don't get watered with chlorinated or chloramine water, which kills the beneficial bacteria that feeds those plants as well. And I do organic gardening, so that stuff is kind of important. But yeah, that's all wild guppy grass in there now. But there's nothing in here. There's a goldfish in here that needs to move. And then in here we have one goldfish as well. And then we actually have a few lilies that made it through the winter apparently, which is pretty neat to see. I didn't think that they would. Those ones made it, and I'm not sure, but that one made it too, interestingly enough. So the lilies made it through the winter. And coming over here, this is the shrimp pond. All the snails seem to have made it. Lots of pond snails. There's red ram's horn snails, and we got to, I mean, we hit we hit the 20s this past winter, and all of these had about 3 inches of ice on them. So it looks like the Ludwigia repens made it through the winter. That's coming back. Its leaves have changed a lot. Those are a lot pointier. It almost looks like arcuata, but that is repens. And I still see no shrimp in here. And there should definitely be a lot of them in here. Maybe they're all hidden down there because it's still too cold. I mean, I don't have a thermometer, but that's still pretty chilly. That's in the 60s. Oh my God. You see all of those. Those are all mosquito larvae. So this will have to come down, or this will start feeding something. Does this not have mosquito fish larvae? It doesn't have as much. Maybe there's fish in there. Yeah, but this lost all of its fish. This had mosquito fish, and they didn't make it, and they were native, so I was kind of surprised. But yeah, that's a lot of larvae. I gotta get this drained and get it moved, or get some fish in it, because that's horrible. So yeah, I do not want to hatch those out. But yeah, those are the outside ponds for now. Alright, and then right here we have the for-profit Panda Guppy and Super Red Bristlenose tank. Now, first thing I want to note is that the Super Red are breeding in here. Within like 2 weeks of them being in here, I think I saw a tiny little fry swimming around the tank. But yeah, let's get a closer look So the triangle moss that is in here has actually started to really take off because I've been dosing this with ferts daily. See, I've got a little bit of an algae problem there. Need to do something about that. But my limnophilia is doing good. But yeah, the triangle moss is taking off. It's starting to take a better shape versus kind of this stringier stuff down there. It's starting to actually look like a good moss that it is. The flamingo crypt is looking good as well. And then, oh yeah, so here are all the babies. And these have not been in here for that long. I mean, maybe a month. And I've got at least 2 generations of super red fry in here, and I still have them in another tank. And then let's see what else. So we've got moss, super reds, panda guppies. I did move a few grow out. That is a magenta mystery snail, and then there are a few purples in here. So if those end up working out and start breeding in here, I'll just drop the water level, and hopefully with this nice lid, they'll be able to breed in here as well. I do still want to get some shrimp in here. I'm not sure what kind. Maybe blue dreams, maybe fire reds. Just not sure at the moment. But yeah. So we've got more little babies back there. But yeah, this is not profiting me yet, but I think it's going to be a very profitable tank, especially if I can get the purple and magenta mystery snails breeding in here as well as shrimp. I think this would be like the most profitable 40-gallon breeder ever. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the tank as far as colors of shrimp or anything else that would work in here. Because at this point, if I can get mystery snails, shrimp, plecos, and guppies all in the same 40-gallon breeder, I think that would be pretty amazing. Oh, that, and of course a few rare plants. But yeah, this tank's doing pretty good. Alright, so here is the Fajakas tank. She's actually doing really good. The rainbows are doing great as well. So she is right there, kind of like hidden behind that crypt and under that log a little bit. I removed some of the rocks because I wanted it to be a little bit more open. And she's actually, I think, enjoyed that because she now has a spot there. And then she's also been hiding behind that Anubias and sponge filter. So I think she likes it more. And especially once these plants start to grow up, I think she might even enjoy it more. But right now she's sitting there digesting. Last night she got a couple small mystery snails, some ram's horn, and then a very large self-cloning crayfish. So I'm assuming she's just still digesting that. And yeah, but she's doing good, and the Bellari rainbows are doing good as well. There's a male like right there. But I think I'm still gonna add maybe 20 more. I think 40 in the tank would look pretty good. Maybe a few more Siamese algae eaters, and then maybe a few Florida flagfish, but I'm not sure on those yet. I think those would work though. But yeah. Alright, so here are my Sochesterai low blue Galaris killifish. This was my 3rd attempt at spawning and rearing killifish, so obviously I'm getting better. I went from 1 to 4, and now I've got like 12 or 16 in here. The only issue is I don't know what my male to female ratio is on these, and I really hope I don't just have like 10 males and 2 females. That would be kind of a bummer, because I'd like to sell breeding pairs to people so that they too could get these out into the hobby. That glare is just like terrible. But there you go. Alright, so this tank, the Downway tank, actually took a bit of a hit when I got sick. I didn't dose the tank for about a week. And I also turned off CO2 about a month ago, and I think doing those 2 things that close together really caused the Downway to take a hit. Now, I've got a lot of nice big Downway in here still. I just lost a little bit of lower foliage, and some of the tips kind of got eaten away from deficiencies, but I've basically been double dosing the tank, really trying to get it back on track. And as of yesterday, I did a 50% water change, and I think the flamingo crypts are pretty happy, so I think the Downway will bounce back soon. I also thinned it out quite a bit, but
The flamingo crypts are looking pretty pink on some of the new growth, so I think they're happy. So I think the tank is going to turn around and start looking a little bit better. That, and I also added a bunch of black bar endlers in here. So these got added about a week ago. I'm going to try keeping them in here with the blue dreams. The blue dreams I'm still working on. They're looking good though. I'm still working on them. They're not for sale. And yeah, hopefully these black bar endlers and blue dreams work out together. This will be another basically for profit, high profit, get the most out of one tank setup. Considering that we're doing plants that should fetch pretty pennies, no CO2, ferts, cheap lights, that's like $40 in lights, and then we've got shrimp and fish. So maybe this should just be another for-profit tank. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if I should call this a for-profit tank and do updates on it like that. I think those videos, actually, I know those videos do well on YouTube, so that might be something that I do. Let me know what you think. But, yeah. Alright, so that is it for the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, if you liked it, if there's anything you want to see more of, or less of, perhaps. I'm working on another video now that's going to take a little bit more of my time, because I want to make sure that the information I'm getting out to you is not only correct, but also all that it can be. I've got quite a bit of skill in the topic, which is going to be lighting. Hopefully I don't jinx myself and not get it out now. Now I have to get it out. But yeah, on the topic of lighting, my lighting, and what I know from kind of being an electrician for the past 10, 11, or maybe even 12 years now. Like, I started when I was 16, got licensed when I was 17, so yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, so that video will hopefully be coming out soon. Let me know if there's anything in particular you would like me to cover on a lighting video, on my lighting specifically. I'm going to try and cover all of the lights that I use, some of the wattages, lumens, kelvins, and temperatures that they kind of put out. So yeah, let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like me to cover in that video, and I'll see if I can't add it to that video. So anyways, I think that's basically it, and I will see you guys on the next one.